Hi all. I had an interesting experience this week. One of my male patients came in doing okay on the program, struggling a bit, and told me an interesting story. He was living in New York City with a guy that he had met in college, and the two of them had not been friends, but would see each other periodically, would get along. He met this guy in the city, and both of them were looking for someone to live with so that they could share expenses, and the two of them moved in together. He indicated to me that the two of them got along. They had sat down and worked out the ground rules of the two-bedroom apartment in which they were living. But for him, it was no longer working out. And I asked him, how come? He said, all of the rules that we set down are being abided by, but there is zero conversation between me and him. If I say hi, he says hi and then just goes about his business. If I ask him how was work, he says fine and goes about his business. There is absolutely zero conversation, he says, between me and my roommate, and it's making me more and more uncomfortable. And he used an interesting word. He said, I feel alienated. We have been talking in the last periods of time with the kinds of conflicts that we have and how those conflicts affect our staying focused and staying on the program. One of the keys that I have shared with you, and we have gone over, is the child self. And I have clearly demonstrated that adults have no capacity for fun, and that the child self that lives within us embodies that. I've also indicated to you that the child self wants what it wants when it wants it, will have as many temper tantrums as it needs until you compromise, break down, and give in. I've also indicated that the child self has no malice. It's simply a matter of doing what it is designed to do, and that is bring fun and joy into your life. And all of the stresses and pressures that you experience stop that child self from doing its job. And the last piece, since the child self knows nothing about consequences, it just wants you to be happy. Here is the issue. When that guy in my office used the word alienation, it clicked. The problem we have is the fact that we recognize that the child self exists, but we're alienated from it. We don't connect with it. We don't speak with it. We don't love it, and it needs, in order for it to exist in a healthy manner, it needs to feel loved. The ABS protocol states that it will only work if you verbalize the rules. You have to admit verbally that you're thinking of cheating. You have to acknowledge when you do the breathing that you're taking charge. That by doing the breathing, you've taken over your world and forced it to wait while you do something for yourself. And when you admit that the cheat is what you really want, and tell the child self that you want it to enjoy the substitute, it works. Problem: we're not doing the verbalizing. We're not following through. And it's unimportant as to why. It's a choice that you make. Weight loss is a mental journey. We all love food. And we all love food that we love. And we can't live without food. But taking control of our lives and interacting with our child self is something that can only happen if you actually hold the conversations. Suggestion: you talk verbally to your child self and call it by name and tell it it loves it, that you love it. Understand that the child self will only be able to verbalize back to you inside your head. Your child self wants to be loved. You want to be in control. The child self doesn't mind being in control when you're happy and you feel good. Verbalize, connect. Let me know what you think. I'll be back talking soon. Take care.